The LJA is now the LDA, Luka Doncic Association. Yes, it's transitioning for the Lakers. The fact is, LeBron James is butthurt. That's what he is. The great LeBron James is butthurt that the Lakers have this love fest for the one and only Luka. Everybody knew this was going to happen. I have said this over and over again, and LeBron is not going to be there. He is not staying there by the trade deadline when the Lakers realize they're not a very good team and they decide, hey, you know what? We got to trade these young pieces away because we want to be buyers in the offseason next year when there are 2 or maybe 3 superstars that could be eligible to go to the Lakers. Well, they got to move LeBron James's contract because LeBron James is going to cry all year. And I'm going to tell you this right now. Don't be surprised if LeBron James plays more games early this season than he ever has. You know why he's going to do that? Because he wants to show GMs and he wants to show the Lakers he still has a lot left in him. I do not believe LeBron James planned to leave anytime soon. The guy is averaging almost 25, 8, and 7. How many 42-year-olds can do that? There's only one that I can remember in the NBA, and that is Mr. LeBron James. He's the only one. The fact is right now, Laker fans are going to sit here and they're going to try to find reasons why Luka is not going to work. And maybe because he's not that superstar player that you want there. Luka is a great player, but is he the prime guy? Is he the Magic Johnson, Kobe Bryant Mamba? No, Luka's the boring guy. Luka likes to go to the bars and get drunk and hang out with his buddies and stay behind the scenes. Not LeBron James trying to be a producer or trying to sell his damn underwear or some other things that he's trying to toy away, if you know what I mean. Ask the WNBA. The fact is, LeBron James is LeBron James and Luka is Luka. Now, as far as the Lakers are concerned, the Lakers love this. Why do they love this? And everybody's going to sit there. Why do they love that LeBron James and Luka have this festive hatred for one another? Here's the reason why. It's going to put fannies in the seats. It's going to make people want to come and watch these two guys, see if they can get along on the sidelines and who the ball is going to go to at the end of the game. It used to go to LeBron. Now it's going to go to Luka. How is that going to work? Is it going to go to Bronny? And by the way, does Luka actually like Bronny James there with that roster? Or being a part of the Lakers organization because it's Luka's team now. I don't know. And by the way, everybody's going to ask, well, where's LeBron going to go if he decides that he wants to be traded at the trade deadline? There's quite a few teams that could be eligible to get him. Everybody keeps talking about the Golden State Warriors. They can make moves. There are players that they haven't signed yet. I don't know if it's Golden State. Every single thing in my heart believes it could be the Houston, yes, and I'll say this. It could be Houston, the Rockets that go after LeBron James. And here's the reason why. Houston's got a good young roster. They don't have to trade much. They'll trade away one piece of that roster, one youngster, to trade him for LeBron. And they bring LeBron James over there with Kevin Durant. 2 guys that wanted to play with each other, 2 guys that are at the tail end of their career, and 2 guys that want to win a championship together. Now you have another idiot over there as a head coach, even though he's done wonders over there. He doesn't know how to keep his thing in his pants, but maybe LeBron can help him with that. Maybe the leadership of LeBron James can help him with that. The fact is right now, LeBron might have 3 rosters that he'd be interested in playing for, and 2 of those rosters I just named. The other one could be New York. Yes, you heard it from me. The New York Knicks. And everybody's going to say, he never wanted to play for the Knicks. He never wanted to go to New York. There's a lot of reasons why it would make sense. One, he is a big superstar. Madison Square Garden. Finish your career in Madison Square Garden. Kobe never did that. Jordan never did that. Magic never did that. Bird never did that. Go to Manhattan and win a championship with Jalen Brunson and those. I don't want to say anything because I'm a Knicks fan, but that debacle of a team of what we saw in the Eastern Conference Finals. Maybe he's the guy that gets him over the hump. The fact is, whatever he decides to do, whatever the Lakers decide to do, it's not going to be pretty by the end of this season. LeBron James is not going to be a Laker. Mark my words. What is the betting favorites here in Vegas? Does anybody believe by the trade deadline LeBron James is a Laker? Because I'm going to tell you this right now. If it's high that he is, make a bet. Because he is not going to be a Laker at the trade deadline. I will put all the money on the line. What is it? Is there a betting odds? Does anybody have betting odds on that? I can't see it.
Would you say would LeBron make it to the trade deadline?
Yes, the trade deadline. Because LeBron's going to have to prove that he's going to play enough games where GMs are going to be willing to make a move to bring him in. Because we all know over the years, LeBron James has this thing where he decides, hey, you know what? I don't want to play this week. Or I don't want to play 2 games this week, and I'm going to sit out 2 of these games because I don't want to be there. I don't want to play there. I don't want to play against this crappy team. I don't want to play in Charlotte because the Hornets stink. You know, that's the way LeBron James plays. If LeBron James shows that he is going to go out there and he's going to play a significant amount of games than he has in the first half of the season over the last couple of years, maybe GMs would say, hey, you know what? Maybe we have a hungry LeBron James. Maybe we have a LeBron James that wants to win another championship and tie Kobe Bryant. Because right now, he's got 4. If he wants to be considered, and a lot of people think Kobe's better than him, I don't. I think he's the second greatest basketball player of all time because of statistics. But if he wants to be considered in the same realm as Kobe Bryant, as Tyler Harrison over the years says, not a chance in hell, well, he needs to win that 5th title. And he's never going to be considered Michael Jordan because Michael Jordan went to 6 finals and won all of them and never lost. So these are the facts, Jack. It is now the LDA over there in Lakerville. It's no longer the LJA. And Rob Pelinka, Kobe Bryant's ex-agent, and running this stupid team to the ground, as we've said plenty of times on this show over the years, because he's been there quite a few years, I think that this organization is starting to realize the Buss family is not there anymore. And LeBron James was pissed off at the Buss family that they didn't go to him when they decided to sell the team for $10 billion. That pissed LeBron off. Everything pisses LeBron James off. And now he's on his stupid podcast with Steve Nash, yapping away about certain rules and certain referees and certain players in the game. And by the way, wow, Anthony Edwards' his best friend is LeBron James, so everybody's got to jump for joy. 2 bitches in one friggin' room. So that's all I'm going to say. I can't say anything more than that. LeBron James is a crybaby. He's been a crybaby really for the last 10 years. And he hasn't won anything but the bubble year. And the only reason why they won was the bubble year. It was a short season, and LeBron James had his time off, as we all know, and he didn't have to play in front of fans. All he had to do was play in front of fake cardboard boxes. That's what he played in front of. If I was Luka, and I'm looking at the Lakers right now, there's no high praise of the Laker organization anymore. The Buss family's not there anymore. Why would anybody want to go and play for the Showtime Lakers? They're not the Showtime Lakers anymore. They're not run by the Buss family. Why would anybody want to go there? This is a league right now. I remember when we watched the OKC Thunder and everybody was talking about Russell Westbrook and Kevin Durant and James Harden. Why would they want to sign back over there? No, there's nothing there. There's no endorsements. There's no sponsorships. There's nothing there. Now, the league is different. It doesn't matter where you play. You could play in Charlotte. You could play at OKC. You're going to get the endorsements. You're going to get all the money if you're a superstar player. So it doesn't matter where you play. It's all about money now. It's all a business. That's the facts. If we watch the game right now and we can argue about football right now, does anybody in the NFL, besides guys like Micah Parsons, okay, that have come out and said, pay me? Are there other guys out there like Patrick Mahomes or even Tom Brady over the years taking less money? No. Because it's not about winning anymore. It's about mucho dinero. It's about money in their pockets. What businesses they could buy after the fact. Or are they going to be team owners like Alex Rodriguez? That's what it's going to now. LeBron James, you don't think LeBron James is going to try to buy a team when he retires from the game? He is. He's got all the money in the world. There are a lot of stories, and I know a lot of people don't want me to talk about that whole specific story. But the fact here is, there are many billionaires now. Logically, there's a ton of billionaires. So it's not like it's impossible to become a billionaire and become a team owner. When you have shoe lines and makeup lines and fashion lines, you're going to bring in that kind of mucho dinero. LeBron James has his own production company, Bronny Productions. To me, it sickens me. And I don't know why anybody thinks that LeBron James thinks that LeBron James has any thought in his mind to walk away from the game. And by the way, I don't know why anybody is crying for LeBron James. This man is still one of the powerhouses for the NBA, one of the faces of professional sports, and really internationally a superstar everywhere he goes. He's as big as Lionel Messi, yes, or any of those soccer players or European football players in Europe. Everybody knows who LeBron James is. Everybody. So I don't know why anybody's crying for LeBron James. That's why Luka's not going to cry for him, and he shouldn't. Luka doesn't really say much of anything. The only thing I could say that Luka has come out and say is that he's happy to be a Laker for the next 3 years. LeBron James is not going to be a Laker. There's no way in hell he's a Laker by the trade deadline. The Lakers organization is not the same. This is not the same Laker organization. Only LeBron James knows where he believes he's going to be at the trade deadline. As a matter of fact, if LeBron James believes he's going to be a Mav, he'll be a Mav. With the NBA, it's pretty simple. He can sit back and say, I want to go here. If you don't trade me here, I'm not playing. I'm not playing. Find me. I'm not playing. We've seen how many players have done that over the years in the NBA. Carmelo Anthony forced his way out of Denver. Did he not? He forced his way to New York. The Brooklyn Nets gave the biggest offer. Remember that? The Nets gave the biggest offer. And that conned the Knicks into making that trade where they traded 6 guys and a pick and a pick swap to land a guy like Carmelo Anthony. They gave away their whole roster for Carmelo Anthony. He never wanted to be a Net, but that was his way, or that was the way. Obviously, the Denver Nuggets were going to get what they want. Did the Denver Nuggets really get what they want? No, they didn't get what they want. It was just the best package the Knicks could give them. So it's all these players have asked for their way out. How about this? Remember Chris Paul? Remember that Lakers deal? How it went dry? How quick it went dry? When David Stern, may he rest in peace, David Stern was there. And it was practically sealed and delivered that Chris Paul was going to the Lakers. And David Stern stepped right in and blocked it. Remember that? Remember when that happened? Could you imagine Chris Paul and Kobe Bryant and Pau Gasol playing on one team? Could you imagine that threesome? They win multiple championships, probably more than Kobe and Pau Gasol won, which was 2, I think, if I'm not mistaken, right? I think it was 2. With Ron Artest or Metta World Peace and Lamar Odom. I remember that roster. And Andrew Bynum. Remember that? We brought that up many, many times, Fish. Remember that one? So I think, obviously, the Lakers and the organization has to make either a drastic move and say, you know what, LeBron, we don't want you on this roster before the season starts. Where do you want to go? Or you play a significant portion of these games so we can get as much as we possibly can for you and move you where you want to go.